Hi, friends and listeners. Thanks for tuning in to our very first episode of Dream Success Strategy. I am very excited to be doing this as another platform to get you the information that you need in order to make your dreams come true. And that's not just fluffy words, this is an actual system. This is for you. If you have met with some success in the past and you want it to happen again, if you're feeling stuck and you want to gain new mindset about success, if you love to follow rules and guidance because you're not confident to make it out on your own, if you're alone and you have some negative people around you, if you get confused easily, if you work hard but get nowhere and you're tired of the rat race, if you are burnt out, depressed, faithless, if you have a lot of energy and good thoughts and at this time don't know how to best put that in order to create more abundance in your life, if you are a goal setter like me and love the feeling of success, if you are a coach and you need your own motivation, if you're a parent and you want to make sure your children have a path that is positive and gives them confidence, and if you would just like a deeper connection with the world around you, the universe, your faith, God, your purpose, let's explore all that together in the Dream Success Strategy. So what does DREAM stand for? Because if you look at the way we place that statement, it's D.R.E.A.M, right? So it stands for something. It stands for direction, relinquish, efficiency, action, and momentum. And all of those things combined and done in that specific order gives you a better way to achieve the milestones that you're desiring. Is it going to be a simple process for you to just jot all those things down and it's going to come true? No, and that's why we're here. We're here because it takes a community and it takes some guidance to make sure that you're utilizing all those things correctly. Those things are just the roadmap. They are the vehicle to get you towards the success that you're thinking about. There's other portions to the principles, and that starts with how you leap into the journey. So we have a leap sequence that I teach people about. We also have our virtues that we carry through our lives, carry through our understanding and our awareness that's going to affect how we are congruent with the dreams that we lay out there. We also have to think about how we're connecting to either our skills, the world around us, the people we need, the resources. We call that the connection hoops, and I want to make sure that you know that there's all these really amazing elements to lead you through the right path. There's also just different things that we would study together. There's different principles, authors, speakers out there that are really giving wealth of information that we can all share and contemplate. So it is a community-based understanding. We have retreats, we have these types of discussions. I host a power talk every Saturday so that people can listen to maybe the things that I'm working on a weekly and daily basis and see how I'm resolving any of the conflicts in my life. This podcast is going to give you just a great thing to listen to if you find yourself in the middle of doing a task and you want to be able to think about some really great processes while you're doing that. If you're driving to work, if you're just, taking the time to build more knowledge into your mind and in your heart and your soul, I hope that this becomes a really good resource for you. And so that's it. As far as how those things are connected, how am I connected to this principle? So in the past, I would have to say that I love being creative, and I still do, but that was really my main driving force in what stuff that I chose to do in my life. I was a self-designed creative arts therapy major from Sweetbriar College. I graduated there in 2000. Prior to graduation, I was working already as a photographer in my own business, and if you remember back then, photography was film photography. So I had to learn the process of creating good images based on not really seeing the end result until I've completed all those things as a process. So I've always been in love with processes. I've been in love with how things work, the physics of everything, light, sound, you name it. I have been a nerdiac, my new word, a nerdiac about many subjects. And when it came to self-development, after really hitting a personal low with a divorce, marriage that I couldn't sustain, things were just falling apart around me. I had no confidence in myself anymore. Totally found myself in a deep depression, contemplating suicide, many, many negative things. I didn't have the right friends. I didn't have goals, had no money. I really just didn't know what to do with myself. I was a single mom with 2 kids. I had to go back to living with my parents, had really nothing to my name, and decided I'm not sure if this is it for me. Like, is this all that life has to offer? And thank goodness an angel came, which is my now husband, who really started opening my eyes to different perspectives. I did pray, and I'm really grateful that that was answered. But I was also shown that I have to start living in the practices of what I read that's positive, of the things I've heard at church, the things that I've heard from other motivational speakers. I have to be the one to pick myself up and work on it. So my husband and I were studying things together. When we were dating, you know, he was learning things and showing me books that I could read. We watched The Secret together. At first, I didn't know what that was about. I had no concept of law of attraction. And if you were to ask me, is dream part of law of attraction? I mean, it is, but it doesn't just ride on that, if that makes sense. Like, law of attraction is going to be like your very, very basic principle. And then hopefully from there, you explore deeper principles like the dream success strategy. So then my business has shifted. So instead of just teaching photography, or I was even teaching dance, instead of just those things, I started finding myself teaching other people success that I was able to find because I was implementing all the things that I was learning. So back in 2010, I started an apprenticeship for other photographers learning about the business. Things had shifted at that point. There was more innovations in photography. People were doing digital photography, so it was more accessible to them. And so I was really finding myself excited for people who wanted to grow in their creativity and possibly use it as a career. Then teaching them and them finding success in that field, I was given their, their friends, their other people that they've known who were starting other businesses, and was asked, Marilen, if you could help me with photography, do you think you can help my friend who's an author, a public speaker, another creative? And I said, well, we'll try it. Let's see how it goes. And there it was, success, because they had somebody to be accountable to. They also got a different perspective. To me, any process is going to be the same regardless of what kind of career or business that you do. And little by little, I started discovering that there was an order to the things that I was showing other people. And then one day, my husband and I took a trip, and it was after I attended a convention who a lot of people were there talking about their expertise, and they had these 5-step systems, and they had all these different things. And I said, well, I know I have a system. I always write everything down. Let's figure this out. So we were chasing the eclipse. It was 2017, just a momentous day because I remember it distinctly. I said, I just love the word dream. Does my process fit in there? And then we were defining it, and I said, okay. So my husband even wanted to move certain letters around or make words start with something else. I don't quite remember, but I was like, no, I think it fits the word dream. So there we were, driving, talking to each other, and boom, 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 all those words came out. Direction, relinquish, efficiency, action, and momentum. And I was like, ta, we got it. This is it, And the rest of that trip was just amazing. We got to see a full total eclipse. My world was opening, and I said, this is it. This is what I'm meant to do. I am the expert dream catcher because I want to be the person to help people really kind of push away all the negative aspects, know that there's a process, and know that if they are empowered to learn it, that they can teach others as well. So this is what you're listening to. This is what I'm excited about. Thanks for tuning in today. First episode. I want to keep these episodes around 10-15 minutes. That way it's easy for you to just resonate in it, write down some of the lessons that you're learning, hopefully implement it, and then tune in for some more stuff. Okay, let me know if you have any questions. There's many different ways to access information that I'm putting out there. You can follow me on Instagram. Probably the easiest thing to type in would be Dream Success Strategy. You should be able to find it. And then let me know, like comment on my stuff, and stay in touch. Join our community if you can. I call it the DSSC, which stands for Dream Success Strategy Community. We have masterminds, we have power talks, we have retreats, we have challenges, we have online courses, a wealth of information, and of course like-minded people like yourself who are positive and is really striving to create the life of their dreams. So until next time, thanks for tuning in. I'm very excited. I will catch you later, and may all your dreams come true.